Good evening and welcome to Bizworld. The National Energy Transition Roadmap, NETR, should not only be seen as a plan to achieve low carbon, but also as a means to revolutionize and transform the national economy. Natural Resources, Environment and Climate Change Minister Nik Ahmad said NETR would ensure the nation remains relevant and competitive on a global stage. The roadmap encompasses bold targets aimed at mitigating greenhouse gas emissions while significantly transition the country towards a low-carbon energy economy. Previously, the Dewan Rakyat passed the Energy Efficiency and Conservation Act, which will provide the means for the government to effectively regulate the adoption of energy efficiency and conservation practices. The first draft for the Urban Renewal Act is expected to be completed by next year. According to Secretary General of the Housing and Local Government Ministry, Dato' M. Nur Azman Taib, the proposed act would lead to better redevelopment planning for isolated, old and uneconomical areas and turn them into zones that can offer good quality of life to urban dwellers.
Dengan adanya akta ini, proses pembangunan semula dapat dilaksanakan dengan lebih cekap kerana sekarang kita tidak ada satu akta yang khusus. Kita perlu merujuk kepada beberapa akta yang ada dan yang menjadi permasalahan kepada kita adalah berkenaan untuk mendapatkan persetujuan pemilik peta ataupun pemilik-pemilik kepada harta tersebut secara 100%. Ini menjadikan satu kesukaran.
He was speaking at the launch of the World Urban Planning Day in Putrajaya. On another matter, Nur Azman said the government will provide guidelines for planning electric vehicle charging stations in order to reach the target of 10,000 stations by 2025. Previously, it was announced that the Local Government Development Ministry will receive an allocation of more than 5.6 billion ringgit next year to implement initiatives under the 2024 budget. Meanwhile, Malaysia needs to shift its strategy to secure equity in electric vehicle EV supply chain to remain competitive in the global EV market. According to Nano Malaysia, this is a better option rather than merely getting foreign direct investment, FDI, through multinational companies. It said that it is essential for both the government and the private sector to reassess their strategies, including realigning domestic investments to ensure that EV companies can benefit from the incentives offered within the local market. Malaysia is aiming to have 10,000 EV charging stations in place across the country by 2025. However, in achieving the target, there are several concerns about the economic feasibility of charging stations, including the rate of EV adoption, the significant costs and investment requirements, as well as the need for reliable electricity supply. Now, the pace of hiring may be modest in coming months due to moderate global growth outlook, even as the labor market remains steady. Employment continued to expand by 0.2% in a year-on-year basis in September, albeit at a slower pace. Hong Leong Investment Bank research said the employment growth was spearheaded by the services sector, particularly in the wholesale retail trade, food and beverage services, transportation and storage activities. The manufacturing, construction, mining and agriculture sectors also observed an increase in employment during the month. Previously, Social Security Organization, SOCSO, reported loss of employment of 2,700 persons as of mid-October, with Kuala Lumpur and Selangor being the two states with the highest number of job losses. And that's all the time we have for Bizworld. I'm Sabrina Zainal. Thank you for investing your time with us and stay tuned.